Oh, hi. I'm just waiting for this potato to sprout. They're almost as bad as bananas these days with how fast they turn. Mona wants me to figure that out, and today we're gonna do it. So come along, let me get off the ground here and tell you my plan. All right, now I'm off the floor. I can tell you guys how I'm gonna do this here. So what I'm gonna do is, for these potatoes, we keep them in our cabinet, and they, with the cabinet door getting open, they get sunlight, they sprout. About half the bag goes bad by the time we get through it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this piece of plywood here, and I'm gonna try to build a box with just 2 rips on this piece of plywood. I got my drawing all laid out here. It's a great little drawing, you can't see that, but the way I get this box design is 2 of the sides are gonna be the same side, and 2 of the sides are gonna be the same size, and 2 of the other sides are gonna be the same size. So when we build the box, we're gonna be able to build the lid and the bottom out of all the pieces that we cut. It's gonna make a little more sense as I explain the cuts, and I'll probably show you a picture of my drawing. But for right now, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna use my circular saw. I have one of those jigs, allows you to do big, long rips pretty wide. So we're gonna do our first cut with that, and then we'll probably do the rest of them on the table saw. But let's get to it, because I wanna show you guys how easy it is to make a box out of pretty, like, this is just a 2x4 sheet of plywood. So let's get to it. All right. So here's my drawing. I got it set up. Here's the sort of layout of how it's gonna go. When I do my rips, for the links I'm ripping, I'm gonna get 2 sides and a lid or a bottom out of it. So I know this is like super confusing, but in my brain it all works. The top is gonna be like that, where it's gonna have a piece like slide into the top, so light can't get in. And then this is what a kind of cross section of it, like looking down on it's going to look like. And so we just have, like, for the bottom and the 2 sides here, the small sides, that's 1 rip, and that'll also give us the piece here in the lid. And then for the wider sides, we'll get the length out of that, and then the lid will be the same size as those. Like, the lid will, like, kind of overlap, like if you think about it just kind of coming over. And so we'll cut the size for that, and you can sort of see the matrix here. It's all plywood Home Depot math that we did there in the aisle, but it should work. Another thing I wanted to tell people too, not everybody knows it, is like saw blades. It's hard to see, but you can see that this tooth points one way and this tooth points the other way. Always make sure that you know which tooth you're measuring to, because that can prevent gaps, or if you're cutting stuff that's like a little bit too long, that could be the reason why. So not everybody knows that, but when it gets down to like dovetail joints and, you know, super fine fit stuff, always make sure you're measuring to the right tooth. So I got this all set up to 16 inches. I'm gonna rip my first rip down, like, you know, one of those guys, and then we'll hit the table saw. gonna get a side, and then we have enough for the lid. The light's kind of crappy. I'm gonna break these over to my chop saw, and I'm gonna chop these down. All right, let's give this a chop down. And then I'm going to use a little trick right here. This is going to be kind of fun to make sure these boards are exactly the same length. I'm not too specifically concerned about how exactly tall this thing is. So I'm going to do this. Just going to shave off a tiniest bit off the top, and that way I can cut both boards at the same time. Now these two boards are exactly the same size, and I'm going to use that same trick on the other longer board. Alright, I'm cutting out the bottom now, and what I just realized is Home Depot math. You shouldn't do math at Home Depot, that's all I could say. We're going to be one of these 7x11 pieces that's like the bottom, and also the size of the lid that fits on the inside. I have another piece of this plywood I'm going to have to cut down, but we were not able to get this in 2 rips like I bragged about, so, you know, mistakes happen. That's how it goes. Luckily, I got an extra piece of plywood to cut this out. So I'm going to get these chopped out, and then I'll come back when I got the lid and the rest of the stuff chopped out, and then we'll show assembly. All right, we got the pieces cut out. We're going to start construction in the box. I got some glue. I got my pinner, and that's how we're going to put it together. So let's start doing that. So do a little bit of glue. Using 1-inch nails on this. Do the other side, and then I'll do the tops. I'll come back to do the top. Alright, there we go. Got ourselves a box. Now, all we need to do is work on the lid. So how the lid's going to work is we're going to have one piece like this and another piece sitting on it. And the underneath piece, the lower piece, oops, is going to fit in the box like so, like that. And then this piece will go on top of it. Now, I got to cut this piece down, and actually, I think we might be able to, I don't think I needed to cut that other piece down. I think we can get this lower piece that I already cut from our other piece, but I just have to cut the lid down, and this is going to be our lid, and I just got to cut it right there. But Home Depot math worked, because we could have gotten the lower piece out. I've already got it cut out of the other piece, so I'm just going to cut this one down, and then we'll get to making the lid. Alright, it's lid time. I got this all laid out. As you can see, I got the center I'm gonna put a knob on the top of this. So I have to drill a hole in here. I got the center marked. So I'm gonna drill a hole for that so the knob can go on top and we can just pull that off, you know. It can be a sweet little knob, you know, right on top there so Mona can pull the lid off. Now we have the under lid too, like the lower lid, and so I have a square like laid out here to where this is gonna fit right in there pretty much. And so I have to drill a hole through this, and the hole through this is gonna be bigger than the other one. This is just gonna be access to the screw. So this hole's for the screw, and then this one's gonna be a bigger one. So I'll get these holes drilled, and then I'll pin this together. Ooh, can't talk. Here we go, let's drill. We got the box built. It came out pretty good for a quick little project. We ended up only using one sheet of plywood, so our Home Depot math came out. It was a roller coaster of events, but at the end of the day, Home Depot math worked out. You can build this box out of one 24 by 48 sheet of plywood. So I'm gonna put a drawing together, put it down in the description. If you wanna build one of these boxes, you can. The lid fits really nice. It's nice and snug. We got that lip on it, so light's not going to get around the corners. It fits really good. It holds a 5-pound bag, so if you want to make one of these yourself, you're more than welcome to. I really appreciate you guys sticking around watching the video this long. Leave a comment, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let us know what you like, what you don't like. Let us know what kind of videos you want to see. We'll do them if we can, if we have the ability to do it. But I really appreciate you guys sticking around and watching me make silly stuff for the house, make our life a little bit better. There's only one thing left to do. I'm gonna put my potato in the box, take it inside so Mona can make me a baked potato tonight for dinner. All right, thanks again for watching. We'll see you in the next video.